Hey, Paulies Sleepers fans, what's going on? Quick video for you today to do my mock draft of the top 10. It's kind of silly to do mock drafts because there's so many things that can happen on draft day, but I think I've got a pretty good finger on the pulse of what I think might happen, so I decided to go ahead and take a stab at this. Did not get a chance to do my AFC preview after the free agents and before the draft. I got the NFC done, but that's okay. We'll review everything after this draft shakes out. So let's get to it and see what Paulie thinks is going to happen Thursday night on draft day. So there's been a lot of talk about Cleveland and who they're going to take. There's talk about, you know, the GM not letting Hugh Jackson know who he's going to take. It's kind of gone between three guys: Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, and then in the last couple days, Baker Mayfield has been discussed. Tyrod Taylor is going to be their starter for the first several weeks. I don't know when their bye is, but I imagine they might switch over to this rookie after the bye, depending on what's going on. They might sit him the whole year. You don't know what's going to happen. But I still maintain that Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the draft, with the best prospect. Yes, he does need to get some accuracy issues worked out, but he could benefit very much by sitting on the bench and learning behind Tyrod Taylor. So I say Cleveland is going to take Josh Allen number 1 overall. Number 2, the Giants. Now, Dave Gettleman will not trade this pick. So anybody who's been talking about this pick being traded has not looked into his past. He does not do draft day trades. A lot of people talking about them taking a quarterback. I think they still see in a window of opportunity with Eli, so I don't think that's going to happen. There's been talk about them taking Barkley, and that definitely would not surprise me because Saquon Barkley is amazing. But I see, based on Gettleman's past of building a solid defense, that they are going to take Bradley Chubb with the second pick. Number 3, in the trade that the Jets got from the Colts, I see Baker Mayfield written all over this. He's Broadway Joe 2.0. Joe Namath even said this week that he's me. This guy is all me. So I think that the Jets see a good fit there, and I think he'll fit in with their personality in that town. So the Jets take Baker Mayfield. Number 4, Cleveland will not pass on Saquon Barkley at this point. He's a game changer. They will have one heck of a running game, especially with Tyrod Taylor, who's a running quarterback that will benefit their running backs. To have him and Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson would be a hell of a trio back there. So I say that Cleveland is going to take Saquon Barkley. Number 5, the Broncos have said that, this pick is up for sale. The Bills need a quarterback, and at this point, Sam Darnold is still sitting on the board, so the Bills will trade up for Sam Darnold to be their future quarterback, their franchise, somebody they could build their team around, and if they can get him going, he will be starting early because A.J. McCarron is the backup. They won't be starting A.J. McCarron very much, I don't think. So the Bills trade up for Sam Darnold here. Number 6, the Colts have to take Quentin Nelson. It's going to be awesome that he's still sitting there. Potential Hall of Famer here is what a lot of guys are saying. The guy knows Taekwondo and uses that as leverage to push down opponents. His defenders that he lines up against usually end up on the turf. The Colts need offensive line here. He's the top graded lineman that we've seen in like 15 years. So Quentin Nelson is the pick here. Number 7, Tampa Bay is going to take Derwin James from Florida State. The best cover safety in the draft. They need that position. I think that's a no-brainer. Number 8, Chicago will take Denzel Ward out of Ohio State, the best cornerback in the draft. They need some help at secondary. Number 9, San Francisco, unfortunately, still needs a linebacker because Reuben Foster, who they drafted last year, is going to jail. He's never going to play football again. He deserves everything that he gets for beating on a woman. If for some reason he gets exonerated, I will apologize. I think the evidence is way too damning. He's going to jail. He's never playing football again. So unfortunately, for the 49ers, they still have to reset here at this position. They have had some great linebackers over the past couple decades. Patrick Willis, and then they had Navarro Bowman, who's ending a very nice career. So they need to fill that position. I think that Roquan Smith is a side-to-side linebacker. He can stuff the run, he can cover, he can do it all. So that'll be the pick there. And number 10, I'm predicting another trade. I think the Raiders will trade this pick to Arizona with one more pretty good prospect on the board for quarterbacks. Josh Rosen out of UCLA will end up in the top 10, which means there will be 5 quarterbacks drafted in the first top 10. They have Case Keenum that they got from Minnesota, and he'll be able to carry the torch for a while Rosen, learns the system. And so that's how it's going to go down. Cleveland will take Josh Allen, the Giants, Bradley Chubb, the Jets, Baker Mayfield. Number 4, Cleveland takes Saquon Barkley. The Bills trade up for Sam Darnold at number 5. The Colts take Quentin Nelson. Tampa Bay takes Derwin James. Number 8, Chicago drafts Denzel Ward. Number 9, Roquan Smith to the Niners. And number 10, in another trade, Arizona gets Josh Rosen from the Raiders. So that's my prediction. Let's see how that all pans out. And we will be definitely looking to evaluate where all these players go and see what that means for fantasy. And like I said, we are going to, look to expand this year and talk about your season leagues, not just DraftKings. So I'll be looking to help you guys out and tell you who you should draft this year. And we still have several months to think about it. So training camp's coming, but let's see what happens Thursday night. And you guys have a good one. Thanks. Bye.